I love tortillas a lot. I'm a flour tortilla girl. Sorry. Corn for chips, flour for everything else. Just tastes good. I'm so American. But have you ever had a freshly made one? Let me tell you. Tonight for dinner, I wanted some breakfast tacos, and so I thought, let's just get fancy and make tortillas. Only a few ingredients, very easy. It's not complicated bready stuff, as you shall see, but I want to get started. Flour tortilla, flour in my bowl. This is just all-purpose flour, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Into the flour, I'm putting some baking powder, some kosher salt. Give this a mix. Make a mess. Now for the fat that goes in here. I like to use just room temperature butter. You can use lard. You can use coconut oil that like hasn't been fully melted yet. It's still kind of in that semi-solid stage. I think that liquid fats probably won't work as well, but you're welcome to try it. So I'm just gonna put my room temperature butter right in my flour, and I'm gonna cut it in so that it's kind of like a sandy dough. Just work it right in with your fingers. Kind of like you're making pie dough, except this butter is not cold. We're pretty well incorporated. You can see it right there, all the sandy kind of dough. No huge chunks anywhere. It's pretty well distributed. Last thing to go into our dough would be some hot water. I'm just gonna start to add it in stages, mix it around. If this is too hot for your hands to handle, just use like a spoon or something. And then just work it in the dough. It's gonna be kind of sticky at first, but work it until it comes together. All off your hands, off the sides of the bowl. Once it's together, we're gonna dump it out onto our clean work surface. I'm gonna give it a few good kneads until it is smooth and together. You have to just add some more flour. Super soft dough. I think we're ready. We don't need to let this rise. It's just the dough. It's perfect. Now for shaping, I like to usually weigh them out because I want them all the same size, but of course you don't have to. And I'm doing taco size, so I'm gonna go for about an ounce. Let's see if I can do it. A little too much. Right there it is. Maybe like a ping pong ball. Ready? There was no cup there, but you know what I was trying to play? So now I'm just going to pop out some tortillas. I'm gonna actually just I'll do a few, one on the dot. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna toot my own horn or anything, but like toot toot. I'm gonna roll these out. I am only slightly annoyed that I don't have a tortilla press, but what are you gonna do? So I'm using a couple pieces of parchment paper and a rolling pin, and I'm just trying to get them as round as I can. You know what if they're not round? You know, it just adds to the homemade look of it, you know? And there's my tortilla. I can now just get it off of this parchment paper. I have got my tortillas all rolled out, and now I'm ready to head over to the stove to cook these. We're going to use a cast iron skillet. Where is she? Dry cast iron skillet. So we're gonna put it over the stove, high heat, get it nice and hot. While this is getting hotsy-totsy, I have a plate over here on the side and kind of like just a dish towel that I'm going to just lay over them as they come out so that I can keep them nice and warm. She's smoking, so she's hot. First one going in. I always feel like the first of anything is like a wash, but we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna put this in here, about 30 seconds aside. You're gonna see it start to bubble. Look at that. A tortilla. First one's a little blonde. You're gonna see those little brown bits on that side. The other side will be kind of more visible, but I'll show you. See, look at that. Looks like a tortilla because it is a tortilla. I'm gonna pop this on my plate, cover it up, and keep on going with my tortillas. Here we have all of our beautiful, soft, fresh, hot flour tortillas. I kind of want to eat one. Look at that, like it's just perfect tear. I feel like the best way to eat a fresh tortilla, butter, a little bit of salt, and then you feast. That is so good. It tastes 10 times better than all the store-bought ones. Now I'm gonna get into some dinner. I want some breakfast tacos, so that's what I'm gonna put together now. That one. First, I'm gonna throw some Kewpie down, which is just some Japanese mayonnaise, and I want ketchup. I like ketchup on my eggs. Then, on my eggs, I have some very soft, cheesy scrambled eggs here. Then a meat, I have some crispy breakfast sausage that I had in the fridge. And for something kind of bright and acidic and a little green, although it's not too green anymore because I made this a few days ago, but it's still delicious. It's a scallion and parsley oil lemon juice concoction. It's so good, especially on eggs. And there is my breakfast taco. Good that looks, right? Bottoms up. Oh yeah, these tortillas are something else. So easy, so soft. Perfect vessel for any food you want. They look delicious, they are soft. They smell good, they're fresh, and you know what's in them. There's not a long list of ingredients. If you want to freeze them, par cook them like maybe 10 seconds on each side. Then you can cool that down, stack them, put them in the freezer. When you want to eat them, take them out of the freezer, throw them in the pan again, char them up. And there's tortillas, and they're so good. You should make some. Enjoy.